What's up, everybody? I'm Apollo. This is Late Great Game Reviews, and this week we're reviewing Flower. It's a game that came back way back in 2009. It's developed by that game company, same company that developed Journey, which I reviewed a couple weeks back. It's a great game. It's another short game. I beat it in about 2.5 hours or so, but really a beautiful art game. Um, the essential premise is you actually play as the wind, which may seem strange, but it's pretty cool. As you're diving down into each environment, and you're catching petals of flowers, and you're controlling the wind with just the 6 axis of the PlayStation 3 controller. And it's really fun. It's actually quite cathartic too. It's a relaxing experience, and the spectacular score helps with that sort of relaxing feeling. But yeah, you're controlling the wind, catching these petals of flowers, and sort of you're bringing life to these different sort of bland or dying environments. And you actually you start in a room where there's a flower in a pot, and it's wilted, and you're in the background is sort of this dark, sort of bland, sort of color, just really bland world. And as you progress through the game and you get through more flowers, minor spoilers here, because like Journey, it's kind of a hard game to describe without spoiling it, even just a tad. So minor spoilers, but yeah. So as the game progresses, you're getting more flowers. You're seeing more potted flowers on the table. You're going through different environments, and you're bringing life to these environments to the environments that you're playing in, which are open fields, you know, at night, at twilight time of the day, during a during a thunderstorm, in fields of debris around these broken down and fallen over electric conduits and towers and down power lines and such. Really great environments, really, really beautiful. And yeah, and as you progress through the game, you're bringing life to this city, and in the background, you're bringing life to these environments. And you're also bringing life to the city in the background, which as you progress through the game, and each flower that you get blooms. The city becomes a lot more colorful. There's a lot more life in it. You start to hear, nice things in the background, like, somebody playing jazz on the corner or something, kids playing, rather than in the beginning where you hear, ambulances, fire trucks in the background. Basically it's just turning, something bland into something beautiful, which is the whole idea of the game. And it's really, I mean, there's no clear-cut goal except that you're bringing life to these environments, and it's a really great, beautiful game. The colors in it, wow. I mean, the environments, as I said, look amazing, and the colors just add to that, especially in some of the nighttime sequences, like as you're flowing through the grass, which again, well, not again, but I'm saying for the first time, but the grass in particular you can see each blade of grass that you're sort of skimming through and flying over and flying through, and each blade of grass, as you're going through it, it's acting intuitively as grass would against the wind. It's bending, it's swooning, it's splitting as you hit it. I mean, it's really, even now, 4 years after the game came out, it looks stunning, and it's a really fun experience. And as in Journey, as Journey had the sand that had something of a current to it, that you could surf that current if you hit the right niche. It's the same thing with sort of wind pockets that you can hit and ride in Flower, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a couple more things to say. Sorry, just looking at my notes once again, of course. Yeah, I talked about the score and stuff. I have to, again, just like I did with Journey, remark on the credit sequence, the credits when they roll. I wish every game had credits as awesome as the ones that come out of that game company, because honestly, they're really simple. You're just going over the same environments, like all the different environments that you experience in the game, but you're seeing the names of the people that developed it and all that stuff, and it's a really simple but really effective way to like let you play just a little bit more of the game while still having the credits roll and seeing and then acknowledging everybody that made part this great experience. So that is my review for Flower. It's an excellent game. It's a very it's an art game, so it's really showing the beauty that that this indie developer can bring you, and it's very cathartic. It's a great game to just, if you've had a hard day, just kind of sit back and play it, and it makes you feel better. It makes you feel better, and it's really an uplifting game. Oh, there is one gripe I had about it. It's not even a complaint. It's just a small minor gripe. Sometimes when you're, in particular in this level where it's kind of dark and stormy and you're around these downed electrical towers, you're trying to go through them. It's kind of difficult because you're at the whole time, you're collecting petals of these flowers, and they're, they're adding up, and you have to kind of keep your eye on the central main first petal that you got in each level. And in that particular level, with the down electrical conduits, it's kind of, sometimes you go through some of the towers to get to the petals and sort of awaken that area, as it were, and some of the camera angles get a bit disorienting, and it's kind of a pain in that level in particular, because that's the only level where you can really be damaged. I mean, like, if you hit the electrical conduit, there'll be a spark and the petals will start smoking. But yeah, I mean, that's a really small gripe, and it's a really small portion of the game. But I'd absolutely recommend Flower to anyone. I'm really enjoying that game company's games. I've heard about them for years, but I'm just now getting to play them, and I'm absolutely having a blast with each one I'm playing. So definitely recommend it. I'm going to give Flower an 8.5 out of 10 on PlayStation 3. Enjoy it, or please go get it if you're a fan of Journey or any sort of game that you can sit back and just marvel in the beauty and elegance of the game. So yeah, definitely check it out. That's Flower. I will see you guys next time.